Welcome back to another episode of The Breakdown, where we discuss upcoming games, matches, whatever that's going down in the very near future. Today, we are lucky enough to be discussing this NBA slate, playoff NBA Eastern Conference Finals. Of all the teams to be expected to be playing right now, these two teams, I saw this coming. Don't know about you guys, but I saw this coming. Celtics are at home playing the Pacers. Pacers at Celtics today, starting at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. All right? Make sure we get all those big, important information things out the way. And now, since it's a little different now, talking before, because now we're talking about Game 1. Game 1 of the series. So, the things that we're going to go into looking at this already from the very beginning is that the Pacers just came off a 7-game play. All right? And I don't want to say they were consistently getting better as things moved along, but they were cleaning things up a lot better. I mean, like the last game, was it game 5? Pacers at the Knicks. They look pretty bad. Not gonna lie. But the Pacers losing that game though put them down 3-2. So the Pacers had to win the next 2 back-to-back to make things happen, and they won the next 2 back-to-back in a pretty dominant fashion. Okay. The biggest thing about that last series for the Pacers was that the Pacers were dealing with a much better defensive team. The Knicks were a much better defensive team, okay? They weren't able to fully account for the rebounding because I can't say that. Because even though Julius Randle was not into the main starter to get the rebounds, Josh Hart and Isaiah Hartenstein? Is he Isaiah? But those two guys were putting in a lot of work on the board section, okay? So they were still keeping the Pacers relatively busy. Randall's, I don't want to say the better scorer. I can't put them side by side like that, but at the moment. But having Randall not be there changed the whole dynamic of what's happening for the Pacers in that team, in that game. The Knicks typically have a much better defensive outing. So the thing about that series was that the Pacers led the charge the entire time. Pacers are a very slow team. Pacers. The Knicks are a very slow team. They were the slowest in the whole NBA at this point in time. So they brought the pace as they typically do. Now going to the situation here against this new setting. Actually, let me see exactly what they were. The Knicks defensive rating, they were actually number 8 in the standings. All right. And then Boston now is number 2 in the defensive standings. So the way it's looking right now, they went to a much better defensive team, which is true because they actually have more bigger men on the outside. Tatum, I think 6'5". Brown is 6'4", I think it is 6'7". I'm not sure the numbers, but everyone is relatively high height, which could be a problem for. They're not small, but they're not big, so it's gonna be like a relatively even game. Okay, height wise, advantage side wise, it's not gonna be to the point to where they were dealing with Jokic and Porter. They were monsters compared to these guys. Okay, so that's something that can be taken into consideration. Boston, on the other hand, like I said, they don't have the pace that the Pacers play at. Obviously, they were about 19th in the league in regards to points per possession, or that. But they have a much higher scoring frequency though, and the thing about this is because even though they had a slow pace, they scored high. So this is going to be a high-scoring series almost every single game. So every single game, let me see the overs before I keep going, because I want to see where it's at right now. That's kind of high. So yeah, that should be a standard through the course of the series. And as they keep going higher and higher, said only way the 221 is going to come down is if Boston's defense actually shows up a lot more and starts keeping Pacers under 100 points. Then it's going to be a difference, okay? But otherwise, I don't see that being a factor. The defense is going to be a lot better on Boston's side compared to what it was on the Knicks. But then to the fact, like I said, that Pacers were the highest scoring team. We're in the highest pace. So, of that being said, and they broke the first half highest field goal percentage ever record, you know what I'm saying? So they said that. So these things go into consideration. They were the highest scoring team with one of the second highest best defense. They both play higher, faster pace. And oh shit, sorry. That leak, how did I let go? Higher pace, like this is a higher pace, and they're not playing a higher pace, but they can adjust, which they have adjusted last time. So if the series goes long, I still foresee the same thing happening before with the Knicks. They're not used to playing a higher pace, so that's going to cause them trouble as time goes on. So if the Celtics end the series like 4-1, that's not going to be a problem. I do foresee that it's going to go either way, 6 games. That's what I'm seeing right now. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I am fully on the side of Boston just being the better team. Because they may be the better team, but doesn't matter how better team you are if the guys are popping their shots, all right? If the boys are dropping the shots, when you drop the shots, it doesn't matter how good your defense is unless you're not letting them shoot, which will not be the case like that. You know what I'm saying? So, all that being said, right now, let's get into the numbers. Boston is still the favorite by a large margin, as you see by the numbers coming up in a second. Boston has the best record at home. So, this could be a potential home situation. But we'll see. We'll see what the Pacers bring. Because, by the way, going into this, the Celtics led the series for the regular season 3-2 for the Pacers. Or for the Celtics. That's how it was 3-2. So, going into this, there's only one game was a blowout for the Celtics. I wish I had numbers right here, but unfortunately I got to do some digging to go find those numbers. But yeah, the regular season there was one blowout. Every other game was relatively close, within 8 points, I think, both times, all other 4 times. So, all that being said, like I said, let's get into these numbers. First things first. So, like I said, Boston's a huge favorite, negative 425, money line, find that DraftKings, or just as of 9:40. What time is it right now? 9:20. 9:20 Eastern Standard Time right now. Okay, this is dropping. What I dropped, this is me putting out the information. You give like the Pacers, you give them a 370 plus 370 at FanDuel. The spread right now is 9.5 because that's what you do with Boston. Boston's a great team on paper. 9.5 is what they're looking at. For the negative, you get that negative 115 at BetMGM, or you get the plus for the Pacers at plus 100 at FanDuel, with the over/under being 221.5. Catch that the over at ESPN Bet at negative 105, and the under at 221.5. Sorry, the under at negative 110 at Caesars. Now, first thing first, let me address the what's over here right now. Like I said, it was 221.5 is actually a number that the Celtics had not achieved at all in the last 10 games. Which actually, let me take a look back. I want to see how many times they actually did that in the past 20 games over the course of the season. Boston 30 for no, not that. 2, 4, 6, 7. 7 of the last 20 games they were under 221.5. But those are playing teams that were much slower. Washington, they did not. Chicago, all the bad teams. The Knicks, they did not. So yeah, like I said, all of it, they're all under. So 221.5 is favored right now, according to this schematic. Because like I said, Boston hasn't had a game over that because defense keeping things down or slow place team. But like I said, they were playing the number 19 for the league, which is half under the people, under everyone else. Like half lower than average, according to words out. And then Pacers have hit that 2, 4, 6 of the last 10 games. But like I said, this is going to be a high-scoring series. Unless Celtics shut down the Pacers' offense, this is going to be a high-scoring series. And a high-scoring series, I'm expecting at least 115 from each. About every single game, give or take. Unless it's a blowout. If it's a blowout, nothing we do about that, you know what I'm saying? But the highest game they scored, there was, 100 and... even then, Celtics had like 148, 152 points, and the Pacers had 107 on one of the games. So there was 2 blowout games. I forgot about that. So at least two blowout games. So that being said, going to this, Pacers are still riding in that momentum. They'll have a good shot taking the first 1 or 2 games early on. The issue here, though, is, like I said before, the defense is a lot better here in Boston. A lot better in Boston. And they're going to Boston to play the Boston Celtics crowd. I foresee the Pacers are going to bring the heat still. Never mind the fact that they're still riding momentum. But the fact that even when they play the Knicks, the first 2 games, they were actually relatively close. I expected the Pacers to take the first game against the Knicks. And then we had a little situation with the officiating and blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? How iffy that became. In the second game, I thought they might run it back. They were running it back. Then they just lost steam towards the end. And they just make a couple shots. But I expect them to do better than what they did there. So I'm not going to lie. This first game, like I said, I expect Pacers to be still running hot. They know that they're playing the best team in the league, the best team at least in the Eastern Conference, and I don't foresee them coming into this game thinking that they're having anything other than we can win in their mindset. You know what I'm saying? So I expect them to bring the fire. If you're feeling good in your bet, if you're feeling the money line, I'm talking money line, that the spread for the 9.5 is reasonable for the Boston Celtics, I can't knock that. You know what I'm saying? Because the first game. And one thing that I will definitely say about everything that I do my betting is that I need more information before I can commit to these things. My speculations are coming from things that I've recently seen. I do foresee that the Pacers are going to carry their own weight right now. If not potentially win. Will I'm so committal to them potentially winning that I will bet 3 plus 370 money line for them? Fuck no. Okay? No. Not that committed to that. But I am committed enough to say I would do the plus 9.5 spread. That I would definitely do though. Since it's plus 100 right now anyways, FanDuel, doesn't matter. And just for that, just feel I'm there, I don't want to do it. Like I said, the over is what I'm feeling, 221.5. I foresee the first game is going to be fireworks on both sides of the court. And there's going to come to a shootout. And then, because I feel that even though Boston has the defense that's going to be there, it's going to step up only in 1 or 2 of the games. It's going to slow things down. And the rest of the time, the Pacers are going to be setting the pace. And they're going to be Boston going to be trying to keep up with them. Not keep up with them in regards to the shooting, but keep up with them in regards to the pace. Automatically, guys going fast, you're going to go faster to try to keep up with them no matter what. So, Pacers are going to set the pace, and Celtics are going to adjust. There's not much more I can really say into this one. I'm not going to think off the top of my head. We'll see what happens. Like I said, there is no definitive thing. The biggest thing that comes down to is if Tatum shows up with Brown. Brown's going to be reasonably there no matter what. The Tatum will show up too. Like this would be a entirely different series if Porzingis was there. It's a entirely different series. Because even though everyone is down low is tall, we had a fucking, was it 6'9"? Pascal Siakam? Pascal Siakam. Let me see exactly what the guy is. Because I want to know. I want to say he's 6'9". He's a pretty tall guy down there. Where is my numbers at? Where are my numbers at? Nah, I can't tell you right now. They're not going to tell me what I want to know, you know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure he's like 6'9", 6'8", 6'9". Tall guy down there. And he was, the whole point of having him was to get some more defense down there and down low and in the paint and protect and get more rebounds. Either the offense or the defense, you know what I'm saying? That was actually one of the biggest reasons why they add him to the squad. Plus, the fact that he's a veteran and has been here before to do stuff with the chips, you know what I'm saying? So, I foresee that's going to be a matchup down low that's going to be a real difference. Because right now they have... Who's down low from? Oh, man. It's Al Horford. So, as well as Brown and Tatum are stepping in to try and put some double team pressure on Siakam, Siakam going to have a field day down low in the points. I foresee that. So, actually, I might foresee that might be the case. I don't think that this is speculation, pure speculation, but I don't think that Halliburton's going to be coming in taking charge from the rip. I think they might funnel things to Siakam to see if they can push the paint. And then at least drive that narrative to have Boston think about protecting the paint a lot more. So when they push back out to the outside, start popping shots from the distance, they have that free open range again. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think is going to happen. So Pascal Siakam going to take it down low because Al Horford is not really that greatest down for defense or rebounds for what I'm seeing. So we'll see what happens in regards to that. This first game, I think, will be a lot closer to what it's supposed to be. I'm not supposed to be what you would imagine with a Boston team having a 9.5 spread should be so dominant on. That I expect to be closer to that. I think the first game will be under. First game will be under. And what do you say for number-wise for the how many times? India has been a plus 9.5 underdog. They touched that 8 of the 10 times. You know what I'm saying? The last 10 times have been 9.5. The last 10 times they've been 9.5 underdogs. They hit at least 8 or 10 times. You know what I'm saying? They've been with Finn. They've been at the spread. Against the spread. There you go. But all that being said, parlay for the night. Indy plus 9.5 with the over 221.5. That's the play we're running tonight. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. Let me know in the comments below if you're on the same side with me, because I'm actually very curious about your thoughts about this going to game one, especially going to game one. Game one is a lot different than everything else. Game one, let me know how you feel, if you're on my side with that thoughts or you think otherwise. Or give me more information down below, because we have a couple hours before you got to make these bets anyways. Well, some of us do, you know what I'm saying? So, happy gambling grinders. Let's go ahead and make some money. Make a wish. Out.